Rangers. Again, shout out to those that are watching us on channel 11, 13, and 44. And again, mga Car Rangers, bonggang storya ng isang nanay. Ang sakripisyo niya for her family and for her loved ones, her community, at ang pagbangon ng turismo dahil sa kanya. Alam niyo ba, mga Car Rangers, a very person that really gave me a reason to really look forward and how tourism would really be after being dormant for a while. And on her chances and on her time being the DOT, previous DOT director of Department of Tourism, parang nakita ko that there is life, may buhay pa ang Baguio City. And aside from that, gusto nating malaman kung paano niya binabalanse ang pagiging nanay at a hardworking mother as well. So we have this morning a very, very passionate and hardworking woman, Miss Marie Venustan. Good morning.
Good morning sa inyong lahat.
Napaka-genuine talaga ni Ma'am Venus. Ma'am Venus, we just wanted to ask you to make greetings lang muna tayo sa mga nanonood sa atin. And I'm pretty sure some of your children and some of the people that you work with are watching with you.
Thank you so much for having me. Unang-una, maligayang Pasko sa inyong lahat. At magandang umaga po sa ating mga tagapakinig at tagapagsubaybay sa inyong programa. Nagagalak po ako na nandito ako sa inyong programa at sana'y may mga impormasyon ako na pwede ninyo din gampanan bilang ina at working mother.
Wow! Yes, Miss Venus. And sabi ko nga, when we used to talk to around, and na-miss talaga namin, ikaw na-miss ng Baguio City, ang isang inang katulad mo. Miss Venus, we just wanted to start off. Who are
Yes.
you as a mother?
Who am I as a mother? I'm very passionate. I can do anything in the home. I can cook, I can bake also. So I can clean and I do a lot of chores. Right now I'm also loving plants, so that those parts of my passion. I've always loved reading. That's one of the things that probably I've been imparted to my kids as well. So I do work-home balance. So sa akin, medyo mahirap kasi noon nakatira din kami abroad, no? I was a tourism attaché in Europe for 15 years. So I was traveling quite a lot, working for the Philippines and leaving my home. My kids were very young then. And so I make it a point that someone is there too. So my husband was with me most of the time. And we balance our chores together. So,
Wow.
hindi po kami nagkulang sa aming mga anak sa kanilang Filipino values, ganyan, ano. Habang nag-aaral sila sa Alemanya, nag-aaral sila ng German, ganyan. Alam nyo naman, iba ang mga values din pag nasa abroad
Yes.
sila, yung ating mga kabataan. Pero we made sure that the Filipino values is alive and well with them. In fact, we have taught our children to show their classmates, no, mga Aleman na mga kaklase nila, kung ano ang value ng Pilipino. Kaya sabi ko, alam nyo, merong isang instance nga na yung mga kaklase nila bigla na lang pumasok sa bahay. So I told my children, you better tell your classmates the moment they come home, to our home, they greet me, they greet their father, they greet anyone who's older than them. So, since then, alam mo, pag pumapasok na sila, good morning or good evening, Mrs. Tan, ganyan na sila. So, you see, little things like that provide perfect values for the children. So, they keep it.
Yan. Actually, Miss Venus, nakita namin yung challenge and struggle niyan. Kasi I actually was surprised that they were abroad with you. Miss Venus, ang tanong ko
Yes.
naman, was it hard? Naging stricto ba kayong magulang on inculcating them the Filipino values? And what makes the Filipino values stand out from other nationalities?
Well, tayo kasi, our values are underpinned with our Christian beliefs also, di ba? Catholic, ganyan, no? Christian. So, sa akin, importante yan na yung respect sa mga magulang, yan ang number one. Yung respeto. Yung mga kabataan abroad, medyo nakakalimutan nila yung ganon, na they answer back and all that. My children never did. They grew up abroad. They're still abroad. Actually,
Wow.
they're all abroad already. They're on their own. They're adults already. My son is living in Berlin. He's well, he is German.
Oh.
But he has kept the values of Filipino. He speaks Filipino pa rin. So yeah, and he's very courteous to everybody, not only to us as parents, but to anybody that he meets. So he radiates that Filipino value. In fact, his friends like him because he's kind, he's passionate, and he cares for people. And to me, that's the value that we have imparted to our kids is you love people. You have to give to people. So ganun po.
Wow, I like doon Miss
Yes.
Venus na tama nga naman that there will be chances talaga that you wanted to really grow the kids with the values that you've grown with. Miss Venus,
Yes.
ikaw ba bilang mother, may pagka-cool side ba tayo? Kasi syempre, iba din yung approach natin to our kids, di ba? Kasi ikaw din,
Yeah.
nasa abroad
Yes.
sila.
Yes.
So, how do you
Yes. Yes.
take
Yes.
care of
I'm
them?
actually a
Stricto ba
cool mom.
tayo? Do you call them? Do you tell them na, oh, tawagan mo ako, i-update mo ako? Kasi that is the usual
No,
notion that
no.
we have with parents, eh, di ba?
No, no, no. We don't
Oh.
demand from our children. We give them the freedom of choice. So, whatever, in fact, when they were growing up, we gave them a lot of freedom. And natutuwa din ako that they were growing abroad because the independence, they're very independent. And, pero the independence in such a way that they always look up to you for comfort and for wisdom. So hindi nawawala 'yon sa kanila, and I am very proud of my kids because they don't forget that too, no, na hindi sila uh, just deciding on their own. They need the payo of their parents too. So I'm actually a very cool mom. In fact, I listen to the radio so that I can be up to date with them. So sa akin, yeah, I talk their language, I understand them. So I think there is that close rapport with the kids and an open communication. So I think that is important. You have to keep an open communication with them and be open-minded. Kasi,
Oh.
we are merely guardians for our children, but their future is their own. You just keep on molding them because then they will follow the right way.
Right?
Just
I
keep
for
on,
my
yeah,
Kaya nga, Miss Venus, I for myself, I believe communication pa rin talaga yung way
is the
natin
key.
to speak their
Yeah, yeah.
language. And Miss Venus, ang tanong
Yes,
ko lang kasi sinabi mo that you did not demand for them and in fact, you've given them the freedom of choice. Eh,
yes.
is there a thin line of freedom and dependence on the children? Kasi yung iba parang they abuse their freedom already. How do you make sure na hindi nila
I
inaabuso
think
yung freedom na yon?
Yes, yes. And that's why I think you have to have a strong foundation from the onset. We reared our kids in a manner that, we were strict in the right sense. We did not punish them unless they know that they made a mistake. So hindi kami parents that would torture children, but teach them. Oh yeah, yeah, teach them really the proper way. Why? So I think fundamentally, as parents, it has to start from when they are even toddlers. You have to rear them that way kasi the moment they start thinking already, they know what they want. They cannot insist because they know that you are there putting parameters of what's right and what's wrong. So I think to me, ito lang siguro ang payo ko sa mga ina o nagbabalak na mag-ina
Oo.
na talaga the children, they know if you are weak, they know if you're strong, and you have to make sure that you are in command. So children from the beginning, from probably infant to toddler, the discipline starts there. You cannot
Yes,
anymore discipline them after.
exactly the
So to
foundation.
me, that's how we should do it as parents.
Exactly, Miss Venus. Kasi tama, there should be a foundation, there should be value onset or habang
Formation, yeah, onset.
yes, while our kids are growing. Kasi ako din, Miss
Yes,
Venus,
yes,
my kids
yes.
are 3 and 7 years old, and tama,
Oh
you
yeah, formative years.
yes, formative. Kaya
Yes,
medyo ano ako, nahihirapan ako, Miss Venus, kasi yung age
yes, yes.
gap nila medyo
You
magkaiba.
have to make
Kaya,
sure, yeah, they know. The kids can sense, no? They know.
right.
So you make sure that they know that you are in charge.
Wow.
Kasi alam
I
mo, di ba,
am.
kids can just get their own way, right? They get
Right.
their own way. Mama, I want this, I want that, I want to eat this, I want to eat that. But you have to explain it in such a way that they can understand in their own thinking.
Right.
So sabihin na, oo, yeah, you know how it is. So, yeah, from the onset, from the onset.
Exactly.
So,
A great parenting tip nga, Miss Venus. And Miss Venus, punta naman tayo on you being a
mhm.
mother of tourism here in Baguio City. And if I if I'm not mistaken, Miss Venus, you were appointed 2018, and that was the time when we got the moniker of being the UNESCO Heritage for Cultural
Ah,
City and Folk Arts. So, paano nyo nagawa yun? Paano natin
okay.
na-empower ang turismo in your time?
Thank you very much for mentioning that. Actually, I was appointed as regional director from my stint abroad for 15
Mm.
years. No, I was appointed as regional director in 2015.
Oh.
2015, and my posting in the Cordilleras was up till 2018.
Oh.
So for the last 3 years, yes, yes. As you know, we've actually hit the ground running. The moment I sat as regional director, I said, let's revive.
Mm-mm.
So everything revival of what Baguio was. Kasi ako, I grew up here in Baguio, no? I'm a Baguio girl. I studied here. And so I know the Baguio, how it was when I was growing up. And so I said, now that nasa katungkulan ako, I want to give back. It's not just because I am in a position, but to me, it's something personal too. So I said, I want to revive the many things that people remember of Baguio. So Rev Bloom was the campaign that nilunsad ko. No? It wasn't even a marketing or a promotions campaign. It was
Right.
really a call to action for people to realize that, hey, this is Baguio. This is a city that defines itself, no? So let's bring that defining atmosphere of Baguio. So Rev Bloom was born. So a lot of my revivals was surely, if you remember, reviving the colonial colors of green and white, because we cannot veer away from our historical past. And to me, our historical past is part of our defining uh, uh, um, peg, no, as Baguio. So all of that. So I said, let's bloom Baguio once again. Let's put more flowers. Let's plant more trees. Let's revive our everlasting, which we have lost many years
Yes.
now. And I said, kaya yung mga, hindi ba, may kasabihan na walang forever, no? Is a moniker from that series, La Presa, wala daw forever. Sabi ko, sige, walang forever, pero may everlasting. So
Yes.
to me, that was a campaign that I said, let's bring back everlasting and let's recreate it, reinvent it. So marami akong na-rev. So Baguio during the colonial period of the Americans used to be talaga was really built and found because of R&R, no? Rest,
And
recreation,
recreation, right?
rest and revival, renewal, and wellness. Kasi lahat ng mga sundalo ng mga Amerikano noon na naka-deploy dito sa Pilipinas, no, hindi nila kaya yung init sa baba. So
Yes.
namamatay sila sa diphtheria, namamatay sila sa asthma, yung mga ganyang klase. So hindi sila sanay sa weather na ganyan. So naghanap sila ng lugar na kasing lamig ng kanilang syudad sa Amerika. So, kaya nila nakita ang Baguio. So, kaya nung araw, napakarami nating hospital dito, napakarami nating sanitarium, di ba? So, dito sila nagre-recreate. Tapos, nung araw na yon, nung panahon na yon, si Daniel Burnham naman, talagang siya yung planner, no? One of the best city planner in America. So siya ngayon ang nag-design ng Baguio. So Daniel Burnham designed the Baguio. Baguio is the only American built city in the Philippines. But that does not mean that some people don't like the Americans. But you see, we cannot veer away from our history, and that's what makes Baguio unique all
Exactly,
over the
Miss.
country. It's
Those are
very
exactly
defining.
my thoughts
So
as well, Miss Venus. And sa
yeah,
totoo lang,
so
Miss Venus, some of our viewers are calling us out. Thank you for the inspiration, Ma'am Venus, sabi ni Sir AIDS. And I know
ah,
that you've you've worked with a lot of people from microsector
yeah,
to
yes.
everyone, to us tour guides. You've reached us so much. You've brought so much
You
nurturing to
keep up.
us.
You keep up. Yeah, because I
And
said, I've always said, you have to keep on looking back at history because then people will appreciate. So part of my revival was really reviving the creative atmosphere of Baguio, di ba? Sina Kidlat, sila Ben Cab, they used to have the arts festival every year. Pero nawala yun, sabi ko kay Manong Kidlat, let's revive that. Little did I know that I would apply for the UNESCO Creative Cities Network. So, it just really was timely because then, sabi ko, being a UNESCO creative city would reposition Baguio not only as the summer capital, but it is a city where creativity thrives. Creative people are. So we applied for it, and then Mayor Dumogan said, "Sige, let's do it. I'll sign it," and so on. So we did not know. We took the chance whether we win or not. Then fine, we try again. But guess what? Right? That's part of history already. We got it first try, and we were only the first. We are the first city in the Philippines to be given that distinction as UNESCO Creative City. So I
like,
think after 4 years, I'm very happy that people are embracing that designation, and people are really breathing art, breathing creativity, breathing
right.
culture.
Yes, Miss Venus, grabe. I think that has left us an imprint here in the tourism industry. And if I may follow up, Miss Venus, if you are in years to pass, is this the legacy that you want to leave for Baguio City?
Let the people decide which legacy or legacies I will leave.
Yes.
Well,
Kaya nga.
definitely. I would like to leave a legacy where people can follow it through. Sa akin, legacies are meant to be examples
Yes.
for people to sustain it. If
Exactly.
people don't see it sustaining, then it's not your legacy. I'm just
Yes.
happy that we are there and started it in the beginning.
Exactly, Miss Venus. And the thoughts are, those are exactly my thoughts, Miss Venus. And Miss Venus, ano po yung mga aabangan ng mga car rangers natin to you and your future activities? And sino na rin yung gusto nating pasalamatan?
Okay. Ngayon, as you know, I've retired from government service, but I'm not tired.
Oh,
So I continue to advocate and pursue my advocacies, especially where creativity is concerned. I mostly live here in Baguio now, and I am very much into the UNESCO creative sphere as consultant, as advisor. So I'm there, and I am now involved with a foundation that has the same mindset as I am, pursuing causes for sustainability. So there you are. So marami po akong papasalamatan ng mga tao na naniwala sa atin, no?
mm-mm. Go ahead,
Of course,
ma'am.
unang kayo, no? You are part of the industry na naniwala sa ating mga pananaw, at it is my hope that you continue to keep that passion burning. I'd like to thank my former staff in DOT who has also trailblazed many projects together with me. And I essentially I'd like to really give my thanks to the heroes of creativity, and these are the artisans and crafters that we have. And to me, They need us as much as we need them, and we would like to continue on for many, many years at partnership. But let me say that as we move towards the next years now and living with the pandemic, let us not stop. Let us not stop being passionate. Let's not stop being creative, because this is going to be the next industry. The creative industry will fuel the next economy of the Philippines. And I would like to be part of that.
Yes, there is really intense, there is passion in what you're saying, Miss Venus. And again, we are humbled for you to be part of the program. And thank you. Thank you so
My
much, Miss
pleasure.
Venus.
My pleasure. Maraming salamat sa inyo. I'm very happy to have been part of this program. Thank you.